So welcome to online tutor live streaming. Today we are going to discuss the new topic, emerging topic, which is very important for micro and small enterprises. Today most of you are having an aspiration to become an entrepreneur. If you want to become an entrepreneur, this skill set is very important because the money handling is very important activity of the entrepreneur. You must have the financial skills, then only you can continue your business without any interruptions. If you are going for expanding your business, budget is very important task. So now we can see how do we do that, how do we plan those activities for small medium enterprises. Okay, let us see one by one. What is the objective of this one? The first one, overview of micro and small enterprises, fundamental accounting concept for MSME, and essential financial statement for MSME, and practical example to set up the accounts for small business. This is our main objective of this class. Okay. So now let us start the overview of micro and small enterprises. So what is the definition of this the criteria? So MSME are classified by the capital investments, number of employee, annual turnover, that's all. Which means today most of you are having a different idea, but we know how to start our business, where to start and how to start and when to start, we don't know. So MSMEs are classified by the capital investment, how much amount you are investing, how many employees you are going to give employment things, and what is your turnover. And next we are going for the resource limitations. MSME often operate with a limited financial and human resource compared to large firm. So this is very limited things. And next one, economic contribution. Despite the limitation, MSME significantly contribute to economic growth and job creations. That is very important one. Next one, the importance of basic accounting for MSME. The first one, so why do we want to do the financial accounting? The first one, to track your financial performance. You must know what you are, how much profit you are earning, how much your sales, how much your purchase, what is your asset value, what is your liability value, everything we should track. So that is the first step. So basic accounting enable the MSME to monitor the financial health and understand the income and expenses very clearly. That's very important. The second point is informed business decision. See, when you are going to take an important decision which is based on your financial reports, you cannot take a decision directly without the data. The data only coming from the finance side. The second one, tax compliance. See, today we are running a business under the government law, right? So you must follow the government rules and regulations, double entry systems, tax compliance, GST registration, everything. We should not incur no penalty. You should avoid the government unavoided tariffs and all. The next one, building a stakeholder trust. See, the stakeholders are your pillar of the business. So you must supply the information, you must tell them what is your progress. Next we go to common financial challenges that is faced by the MSME. The first one, cash flow management. Today the cash dealing is very very important. So everything in cash inflow outflow. So that is very important. And next one, lack of financial record. So inadequate, missing financial document, the hidden the effective decision making. That's very important. The next one, limited access to finance. And next, budgeting problems. So poor budgeting, which may create a poor decision, which may lead to incur loss. Next we are going to see the fundamental accounting concept for MSME. So what is accounting? Why do we want to maintain accounting? These are all the things we are going to discuss. The first one, what is accounting equation? Everybody, you must know what is accounting. Accounting is a language of business. Everybody, we are speaking, right? If you want to know that business activity, you want to speak with your business, accounting is a language. So what is accounting equation? See, we in business we are maintaining only double entry bookkeeping system. What do you mean that? There is a debit and another side is credit. So what is the meaning of debit? There is no specific meaning. Debit and credit, it is like a formula, you need to follow it, which is created by GAAP, General Accepted Accounting Principle. They created. So whatever the asset comes in, you debited, whatever the asset goes out, you can credit it, and that is we called the equation. The next one, what is asset? What do you mean that asset? The asset is nothing but what you have owned. Example, land, building, furniture. These are all the assets which are you are holding, okay, which give some benefit, which yield some returns. The second one, liability. What is liability? That is owed by the business. You have to repay it. Okay, that is very important. These are all the things you must know. So what is asset and what is liability? If you know that, you can easily account your things. Next we go to the types of account. You must know what are all the types of accounts we have. So there are two types. Here I given three types, but main classifications are two types. One is personal account, another one is impersonal account. What do you mean that personal account? The accounts deals the human being. What is the impersonal account? The accounts deal with the non-human things such as asset and nominal. So as a businessman, you must know which is the real, which is the nominal, which is the personal. It's very easy classification. The personal account as individual, firms, and the artificial persons. What is nominal account? Which you can only you can feel, you cannot see. Expenses and income. What is real account? What you can see and what you can touch. That is the real account. So you first classify your accounts into three types. One is real, personal, and nominal. Real means that you have real, you can see, you can touch. That is real account. So what is nominal account? Which you cannot see, which you cannot show it, which you can only see. So what is personal account? That account deals only the individual or artificial person. The next we go to understanding of double entry bookkeeping system. So what is this double entry bookkeeping system? So there are two account impact in the double entry bookkeeping systems. One is debit, another one credit. It is a scientific effect, scientific methodology we are following. So in the transactions you can find there is a two activities. One is debit account, another one is credit account. Okay, so this is very helpful for error reductions. Okay, and next we move on to the essential of financial statement for MSME. So preparing a simple profit and loss account statement. See, our ultimate aim is we want to prepare the profit and loss account for your business. See, before you are going to submit your financial data to the government, you must prepare your profit and loss account. You cannot directly prepare your profit and loss account. You can prepare the profit and loss account only from the transactions, what you have spent, what you have earned, everything you recorded. So that summary we called profit and loss account. So how much profit you earned, how much loss you incurred, everything you can find it out only in profit and loss account. So what is the benefit of this? See, if you don't have this statement, you cannot say how much profit you have earned. You cannot say the real profit, what, how much money you have earned. See, sometimes your sales minus purchase is not a real profit. Why? Because there will be a lot of expenses involved. Okay, there are a lot of indirect expenses involved. So everything to be subtracted, everything to be added. After that, the final net result only you can say your profit. For that profit only you have to calculate the tax. So how do we know that detail? Without profit and loss account you cannot say this is my profit, this is your loss. You cannot say like that. So you need to follow the systematic procedure, systematic process, then only you can do that. So that's why it is very important for the small and medium enterprise. So what is creating the balance sheet? Why do we want to have balance sheet? So balance sheet is the main equation for the accounting. I already told you, asset, total asset is equal to total liability. So in balance sheet you are going to only the balance. Okay, if there is any discrepancy in the balance sheet, which means some of the entry you did not enter properly, so you need to redo that. So some of your in schooling they may say suspense account, but we don't have suspense accounts. Why? Because everything we are recorded properly, debit and credit. So there is no suspense. So the suspense means any unknown expenses, unknown transactions which you cannot identify what is the nature, you can say suspense. Otherwise the difference and all you cannot say suspense account. So the balance sheet always to be balanced. The next very important thing is recording and managing the cash flow. So in the business, recording is a very important one. We have to record your transactions properly. You have to record it. So the recording only you can follow it. What is your cash inflow and what is your cash outflow. And preventing the liquidity issues. Sometimes the cash flow may be affected you, so you can preventing the liquid issue sometime. Next we move on to some practical example to setting up this one small business. The scenario 1, you take the initial business setup. The micro bakery startup begin by establishing its workspace, acquiring the basic baking equipment, preparing for operations. The second one, capital investment. Initially capital investment cover the cost such as equipment purchase, ingredient stocks, space rental to launch the business. Typically all the transactions include purchase of ingredients, selling backed goods, managing expenses related to daily operations. So this is very important. So initial investments, infrastructure setup, purchasing the material, and acquiring the labor. What is the step by step recording the transactions? First, purchasing the ingredients, sales transactions, expenses tracking, owner investments, everything will be recorded. So the first one, the owner investments, second one, expenses tracking, the third one, purchasing of ingredients, the last one, sales of the transactions. So the profit and loss account and everything we can prepare it. Now we come to the last slides. Importance of basic account, strategic decision making, empowerment through the application. So MSME, you must have the basic idea of the accounting process, how to do and where to start and when to start. These things are very important. So as a MSME entrepreneur, you must know how to manage your accounts and how to manage your financial statement and how to read the financial statement flow and everything. So thanks for watching this, the live sessions. I hope this is very useful for you. Likewise, we will have more sessions which is very useful for your business. Thank you.